wins between them, with Frankfurt especially a noted cup team. The Adler's last win 2018 under Niko Kovac, one of 3 finals reached in the last 7 years. The clubs have met once already this season, just 39 days. Marmoush scoring in a 2-0 Frankfurt win in the Bundesliga. Tonight, says Eintracht coach Dino Topmüller, it's 50-50, while Gladbach's Gerardo Seoane has gone early and broken the glass on that iconic German football phrase, Der Pokal hat seine eigenen Gesetze. The cup has its own rules. Well, a true Bank Park. Welcome one of the German game's great atmospheres from match commentator Dan O'Hagan. Before we begin, let's just break off here to enjoy the sights and the sounds of match night in Frankfurt. Here for a game which kicks off at 6 p.m. local time. There are 5,000 Gladbach fans in the Gästeblock, the away support. That is the nature of the German game. The German Cup, the DFB-Pokal, remains immensely special. It is going to be a near full house of nearing 58,000 fans for this one. Eintracht Frankfurt and Borussia Monchengladbach for a place in the competition's last 16. I'm sure for both teams the memories are fresh still from the game here just over a month ago when Frankfurt beat Gladbach in the Bundesliga here 2-0. In terms of league starts, Frankfurt having a far better one. They are just 6 points off the leaders currently after 8 match days of the Bundesliga season. Gladbach have picked up in recent matches after a very difficult start. But today the league is put to one side with the focus firmly fixed on the DFB-Pokal. In the Cup, the team's most recent meeting was a semi-final back in 2017, won on penalties, when Branimir Hergota scored the decisive kick for Eintracht versus Gladbach to reach the final. So Eintracht's team in the tunnel there. Mario Götze got his first goal since March on Sunday in their most recent league game, the draw at Union Berlin. Gladbach at the weekend were held on Friday 1-1 to a draw away to Mainz. Ten-goal Omar Marmoush starts this one on the bench for Eintracht tonight. It is a new look front pair with Igor Matanovic alongside Ugo Ekitiki from the start. We'll confirm the team news very shortly. Julian Weigl is leading Gladbach today with still no return for injured captain Jonas Omlin. And the teams in the tunnel are set and ready. So two big clubs of tradition fight for a place in the last 16. Eintracht Frankfurt and Borussia Monchengladbach in the DFB-Pokal second round. The teams are in the tunnel and are ready to make their appearance. Into, as always here, a raucous and really impressive atmosphere at Deutsche Bank Park. Marmoush in reserve for the Adler from the start, handing 17 goals in all competitions so far for the Egyptian this season. A mere 39 days since they last met. Once again, Eintracht Frankfurt welcome Borussia Monchengladbach. Tonight though, a game with a knockout edge, the prize a place in the DFB-Pokal's last 16. The stage then is set for a cracker here under the floodlights at Deutsche Bank Park. Night games always feel that bit more special, with Ekitiki there to lead the line for Eintracht, and Tim Kleindienst in great form too, and the sharp end of Gladbach's team in his first season with Die Fohlen. Eintracht minus the injured Rasmus Christensen, who came off on Sunday at Union Berlin. From that team, Dino Topmuller makes 3 changes. Junior Gina Ebimbe fills in for Christensen. Nathaniel Brown gets his maiden Eintracht start. In attacker reshuffle, 10-goal Omar Marmoush is rested. In comes the Croatian Igor Matanovic alongside Ugo Ekitiki as the front pair. Referee in charge is Dr. Matthias Uhlenbeck for this one. Here's an orthopaedic physician from Freiburg. Tonight, no VAR in operation, by the way, at this stage of the DFB-Pokal. Gladbach in their change all black for this one tonight. Dino Topmuller and Gerardo Seoane with a warm embrace. Gladbach are 2 days more rested. And Friday's draw in Mainz, a total of 4 changes, returns as starters for both Kevin Sturger and Philipp Zander. The first start since March for the out-of-favour Florian Neuhaus. A big night for Lukas Ulrich. Tonight sees the Berlin-born left-back begin a game for the very first time in senior football. Where the near 5,000 travelling fans who have come on to cheer Gladbach tonight. Near 6 p.m. local time in Frankfurt before this second round tie gets underway with a prize of place in the competition's last 16 in December. Tim Kleindienst, 6 goals so far for his new club. Kevin Sturger back as a starter. The Bundesliga's king of shot creation this season. With Nathan Ngumu fit enough for a place on the bench for the Foals tonight. Mario Götze, the creative spark once again for Eintracht. Super noise here as always in Frankfurt. A proper heavyweight cup tie is about to go and get underway. For Neuhaus, a first start since March for Gladbach. So Gladbach begin this cup tie. They lost a league game here just over a month ago, 2-0 in late September. Today though, it is the cup, knockout football, and Gladbach in their change colours here will push on with Scally. Up towards Honorab at cupboard. And cleared away there by Nathaniel Brown today, his first start for Frankfurt, the ex-Nuremberg fullback from the second division. Come on in their round 1 win, which they enjoyed in August. 4-1 success away to second-tier Eintracht Braunschweig to book their place in round 2. In here by Zander. And Sturger's shot foul seen by the referee, so wouldn't have counted here for the early goal for Gladbach. Kleindienst, I think, was the player. Yeah, maybe two hands on with El Yaskiri. This is Artur Theate, Belgian sent off in their last league game on Sunday, the draw at Union Berlin. They had an appeal which was turned down yesterday. His response was to tweet 3 clown emojis. Here he is on the ball now, the Belgian, for Robin Koch. Gina Rabimbe. Now Theate again, on loan from Rennes for the season, Theate. Robin Koch. Again here with Theate. Nathaniel Brown. He's had to wait for his chance to start a game for Eintracht this season. Here's Kleindienst. Back to Honora. Honora last season was the Bundesliga's second most prolific crosser behind Leipzig's David Raum. Quite as cross-crazy so far this season, but nonetheless in that wide position for Gladbach is a player who can deliver a really telling ball. Here with Nicolas, in still for the injured club captain Jonas Omlin. Now Joe Scally, the American. To Neuhaus, Theate, Hugo Lasson, into Julio Gina Rabimbe. Now Tuta. Very tentative start so far in these early minutes. Just get the impression both teams are looking to suss each other out first. Here's Matanovic for Hugo Lasson. Lasson runs on here for Brown. Oh, deflection off Itakura behind for a corner. And there Nathaniel Brown's first real attack of the game, the rookie left back for Frankfurt. He got advanced well here to put the pressure on, and Itakura across to win the ball for Gladbach. You can see there Brown's clear ability in attack. It's a Mario Götze corner. In the middle is a tussle here involving, I think, Ekitiki and Florian Neuhaus. Neuhaus, the one-time rising star, has seen that star rather diminish in magnitude in recent months. Today his first start since March. There was lots of talk of a summer move, but given a chance by Seoane to start this game tonight. Out on here towards the chasing Neuhaus. Very dapper red sweater tonight for Dino Topmüller. Second season as Eintracht coach, and really you can see in the early weeks of this season a real kick on in terms of where they are. There's Artur Theate. Again, Brown will push on. Brown's cross blocked by Joe Scally, the native New Yorker from Lake Grove in New York State in the US. Götze. Brown's cross, a good one! Away by Zander for Gladbach. Here's Götze again. Eintracht's first spell this of really being able to dominate the ball in the Gladbach half. Throw taken here by Tim Kleindienst. Honora. And there to Sturger. Weigel's pass. Now here comes the rookie Lukas Ulrich. The cross for Sturger, cleared by Theate. And a foul. Matanovic penalised by the referee. Well, Gladbach on dead balls do have in Kevin Sturger a player who can deliver real quality from these positions. You give Gladbach free kicks in these areas at your absolute peril when Sturger's involved. Now he is all set on this free kick to, he will hope, do some damage to Frankfurt. Lukas Ulrich is in the mix. Never scored a senior goal. There's a warning here for Matanovic and for Lukas Ulrich. So Kevin Sturger's free kick for Gladbach is forthcoming. In by Sturger. Overhead this time, but it's met by Itakura. Here comes Junior Gine Rabimbe. Zander, great strength to win the ball back here now. It's come to Neuhaus. Weigl back with Joe Scally for Gladbach. Last season, 14th was their worst finish for 13 years in the Bundesliga. They kept faith in the coach Seoane, having seen the previous two coaches last only a single season in charge. Eddie Hutter and then Daniel Farke. Play here by Brown. Scally. Scally for Neuhaus. Sturger. Julian Weigl. Honora. Sturger. Honora's cross, and that's too near to Kevin Trapp here for Eintracht Frankfurt. Trapp did miss 5 games of the season with a muscular problem, but returned to goal in mid-October. Ekitiki. Skiri. Götze. Ekitiki. Mario Götze. Now Ekitiki again. Ekitiki was their main man in round 1 in that to win away to Eintracht Braunschweig. He scored 2, he assisted 1 of their 4 goals. It's 2 to throw here for Eintracht Frankfurt. Matanovic. Götze. Matanovic for Skiri. Now Larsson. Ekitiki. Ekitiki still, they can't shake him off. Now Matanovic, deflection! And wide for a corner. Maybe an offside flag anyway here, but nonetheless, Ekitiki, in these areas, he's so hard to get off the ball, isn't he? Ball came off his own player in the end there, wasn't it? Ekitiki got the last touch on that. Theate. Weigl for Gladbach. A game with a good tempo so far in these early minutes. By Marvin Friedrich. Weigl. Weigl caught there by Skiri. Gladbach. All towards Honora here, chasing with Nathaniel Brown. Has support too from Scally overlapping now. It's Honora. Kleindienst on the turn. Oh, he's gone down as well here. Referee says no penalty. Itakura. And Neuhaus for Gladbach. Goes back instead here to Weigl. And Philipp Zander. Don't forget, in the cup at this stage there is no video referee. Weigl and for Joe Scally. Scally again for Gladbach. And for Sturger. Nathaniel Brown. Brown's giveaway. Weigl. It comes to Scally for Gladbach. It's a fairly even game so far. Both teams have had their moments, their spells of momentum. Itakura. Now with Moitz Nicolas. Scally back to Nicolas. Play by Marvin Friedrich towards Kleindienst. Now Arthur Theate. Robin Koch. To Ibimbe, whose pass was very loose, given away cheaply there by Frankfurt. Weigl. Neuhaus into Sturger. Back to Weigl again. Weigl, great pass. Now Joe Scally can push on. Kevin Sturger. It's Lukas Ulrich. Came on as a sub on the Bundesliga stage 4 times in his Gladbach breakthrough year last season. Former Hertha Berlin junior, 7 years on Hertha's books. Didn't play a first team game with the Alta Dama in the capital. Now Itakura again for Gladbach. Marvin Friedrich. Skiri. Both clubs last season had a commonality. They were both put out by Saarbrücken in that amazing run from the 3rd division team to reach the semi-finals of last year's DFB-Pokal. Eintracht in the last 16 and Gladbach in the quarter-finals were Saarbrücken's victims in that amazing run in the last campaign. Here's Tuta. With Elias Skiri. Robin Koch. Arthur Theate. Goetze for Brown. Kleindienst. Honora. Kleindienst again battling away there with Larsson. Matanovic nowhere beyond Itakura. Itakura's pass, the bounce read by the Brazilian tutor, and the danger's gone. Junior Gina Rabimbe. Into Theate here now for Eintracht Frankfurt. Theate, Ekitiki, Itakura there. It's Ekitiki! Whistle's gone for a foul, won't count. No real appeals here, but I think just here, just caught the heel, did he, of Itakura. Earlier on, this was the appeal for potential penalty for Kleindienst. A miskick, wasn't it, from the attacker? His own, I think, momentum took him down more than anything. Sturger. Sturger's pass. Oh, and Ulrich wants a handball here, has a handball as well now. One action here. Card coming. Oh, red card. Arthur Theate. For the 2nd time in 4 days, sent off for Eintracht Frankfurt. Off for 2 yellows in Köpenick on Sunday. Now a straight red here for the handball and the denial of a clear scoring chance. There the hand comes out and Theate dismissed early in the game for Frankfurt. Their clear and deliberate motion to scoop the ball away, and the Belgian walks for the 2nd time inside a few days. Topmüller's men are now in a real spot. His red card appealed, but appealed in vain For Sunday's sending off, this one I think was rather less controversial. Weigl and Sturger are on this. Ball taken back, it's required distance. Kevin Trapp has that ball where he wanted more or less, that's his view. So can Gladbach here press home that one-man advantage? And a three-man decoy in front of the defensive wall, which Sturger orchestrates here for Borussia Monchengladbach. But Julian Weigl, the wall stands firm. Weigl again. And that's rather come to nothing here for Gladbach. A wasted free kick from Weigl, really. Grutzer. Now it's Hugo Larsson. Nathaniel Brown, so that just has seen the game's balance, the complexion change. That red card for Theate. Mario Götze. Skiri. Itakura. A handball that from Theate, a clear denial of the scoring chance for the rookie Ulrich. It would have been clean through had he not handled it. Just needs a reshuffle, a rethinking now from the home team to try to make do with one player less for the game's remainder. Red card after 15 minutes. Here's Tuta for Matanovic. Mario Götze. Away by Sturger. Again, Sturger now for Gladbach. A huge call back from the referee so early in the game to send a player off. Just rocks the game's equilibrium. Trapp all charged down there. That clearance from the goalkeeper by ever-hungry Tim Kleindienst. Who is much more than just an obvious number 9, Kleindienst. His work rate is phenomenal. In the league, he ranks 2 for aerial duels, he ranks 1 for intensive runs, 3 for sprints. Only 5 men have taken more shots. And they paid, in the modern game, a relatively small fee for €7 million. Appears to be for Gladbach a superb acquisition, Tim Kleindienst. Such a key cog in Heidenheim's machine to finish in that remarkable 8th place in their debut season in the Bundesliga last time. Here's Weigl. Itakura for Scally. So Artur Theate sent off for the second time this week for Frankfurt. Sunday's game, that 1-1 draw at Union in Köpenick. Neuhaus on here for Julian Weigl. Itakura. Honora. Neuhaus. With Sturger. Sturger. Lukas Ulrich for Gladbach. They retain the ball well. Of course, there'll be more space now. They have an extra player on the pitch to move the ball around and make Frankfurt work even harder to close down those gaps. Here's Scally. Neuhaus. Back with Weigl. Stöger away from Götze. Now Lukas Ulrich again for Gladbach. Now they will surely boss the ball. It's a deep cross here for Kleindienst with a header. Away by Brown. It'll fall though now into Scally's path for Weigl. Stöger couldn't find Neuhaus, cleared by Robin Koch. Different game since the red card. Lukas Ulrich. Itakura. Getting away here to Götze for Frankfurt. Götze up to Ekitiki. Ekitiki, great ball, and now it's with Skiri. The back heel for Junior Rabimbe. Ekitiki shot blocked. Now Larsson! On target. Held by Nicolas. Larsson scored the first goal in the win here in the league in September's meeting. 2-0. Marmoush on the bench, the man who got the clincher in the second half of that game. Neuhaus through the gears. Couldn't find Kleindienst. Brown clear for Frankfurt. Given away though here to Scally. Itakura. Gladbach will know now they hold all the cards now in this equation. An extra player for all bar the game's first 15 minutes. Stöger's pass for Lukas Ulrich. The cross beyond Kleindienst. Runs on here to Philipp Zander. Zander's cross. Stöger's takedown. Stöger. Tuta clear. Matanovic. Now Gina Ebimbe. Momentum with the Foles at the moment. Weigl. Wide Frank Honorat. Honorat there by Stöger. Stays alive here with Stöger. Oh, and Trapp can't reach it. And Brown will here for Frankfurt. Scally. Weigl. Florian Neuhaus. Stöger's miscontrol. The break here, Matanovic's way for Junior Rabimbe. The giveaway. I heard there as well the home fans' first frustrated, exasperated noises. That cross had Trapp able to pick it up. So a change. It's going to be a defensive one. Andy Collins will come on, and it is Junior Ebimbe who'll pay their sacrifice. So Collins himself, a rookie really, former Dortmund highly rated talent who moved on here ahead of last season. There's a handful of games in the first team only. In Düsseldorf to Polish-Nigerian parents. Here's Weigl. Scally. So Collins will play, I think, now as an orthodox right-back, really. Jean Rabimbe was much more of an attacking wing-back in the system. Collins, I think, a more orthodox defensive-minded player. Defence now must be the name of the game for Frankfurt with the player down. Here is Scally. And the game's early facts and figures in this first half do point towards Gladbach bossing the ball so far. Just the one shot so far. But I think that will probably change as the game wears on with that extra man to build upon. So Gina Bimbe taken off as Eintracht go for a more defensive outlook. Here's Itakura. Honora. Neuhaus. Good ball for Honora. It's a driven cross which is far too near to Robin Trapp's arms. Simple catch for Trapp. Here's Brown for Goetze. Here's where the coaches have to really earn their money when your team's reduced to 10 players so early on. Have to find solutions in adversity. Have to find a way to pull this one off. Only red card which leaves Frankfurt in such a hole early on. But they are still level at 0-0. Do they now try to park the bus and close things out? There's a long time to hang on for a goalless draw to force maybe penalties at the end of extra time. Zander here now for Scally. Lukas Ulrich. 7 years on Hertha Berlin's books as a junior. Back to Weigl. Weigl, him off Robin Koch, and that is gathered in. Goalkeeper Trapp. Gladbach have had 2 more days rest. Their last league game was on Friday night in Mainz. For Kevin Stöger's former clubs. Tuta. Now Nandi Collins. Given away to Philip Zander. Matanovic. Despite the 10 men, they've stuck with 2 up front in the shape of Ekitiki and Matanovic. Often coaches, when they lose a player early on, they will take off a striker to add extra defensive cover at the expense of attacking ambition. So it's maybe a surprise they've still got the 2 up top. Ekitiki, one of them here to find Goetze. Collins with him. Goetze. It's Ekitiki. No, by Friedrich, who was caught. And fouled by Ekitiki. In the place of the still injured Elvedi at the back. Nico Elvedi still on the sidelines for Gladbach. He's close to a comeback, but not quite ready to return as yet. Some of those 2 fans there. Lots of talking points to really chew over so far in this first half an hour. Down the big one, that red card for Artur Theate. Here is Scally for Gladbach. Stöger. Covered by Nathaniel Brown here for Eintracht Frankfurt. He's a second division regular for his last club, Nuremberg, before the move in the summer. Well, Philip Zander does have in his weaponry a very good long throw-in. Who captained Kiel to promotion from the Zweite Bundesliga last season. And here by Philip Zander. Knocked on by Friedrich. This is Goetze away, back in there by Itakura. And the free kick given, so half an hour gone. At Deutsche Bank Park, 0-0 but Eintracht a player down. Red card for Artur Theate. Tuta. Itakura clear. Now Weigl. Itakura for Gladbach. Scally. In by Honora. It's a great cross. Oh, Kleindienst over the bar. In his form, that kind of service is normally meat and drink and a guaranteed goal for Tim Kleindienst. Not so far tonight. This miss out of character for his season's work so far. It's a brilliant cross initially, and a header which really should have been on target at the very least from Tim Kleindienst. Gutsa. Now Ekitiki to light the turbos. Here comes Nicolas to clear. Began the last season as their number 4 goalkeeper, Nicolas, but injuries saw him move up to the number 1 position. Here is Matanovic for Eintracht. Mario Gutsa for Ugo Larsson. Matanovic. Skiri. Collins. Towards Matanovic. Played by Lukas Ulrich towards Kleindienst. Brown. Ekitiki. Foul there by Joe Scally. Seoana's team with that extra play yet to really make it count. Just had one real clear chance, the Kleindienst header. Here comes Tuta, now for Andy Collins. I was surprised last year that Collins was allowed to leave Dortmund. He was seen there as one for the future, certainly. Captain their junior teams, and was allowed to move on for a fairly modest fee to Frankfurt ahead of last season. There's Joe Scally. Back to Itakura. Neuhaus. Kleindienst down here towards Zander. Over Robin Koch. Matanovic, all given away here. Then won back well by Elias Skiri for Frankfurt. Ekitiki, great skill away from Friedrich. Ekitiki's cross, Itakura's block. This, Nathaniel Brown! Half a chance for Brown. That came after Ekitiki's wonderful skill to escape the challenge and get the cross in. Ekitiki, a real crowd pleaser. And here is ball blocked by Itakura, but Nathaniel Brown couldn't quite control the finish. Scored once in 40 second-tier games for Nuremberg, his last club. Today, his first Frankfurt start. Here's Marvin Friedrich for Itakura. Neuhaus. Zander. Sturger, who can pick out a pass. Sturger. Neuhaus's dummy here for Lukas Ulrich. Back to Weigl. Ulrich crosses, Tuta slices. That'll be a corner. I'd say they've done pretty well. Despite that red card, Eintracht, they've not really shown too much at the back to infuse Gladbach. Kept things very tight so far and remains 0-0. Corner short. Neuhaus. Neuhaus now for Julian Weigl. Weigl, and the header, and there's Kleindienst with the whistles up, and it is called back here for a free kick. There are maybe too many cooks. for Gladbach. Well, goalless. But even with 10 men, they have to find a way to contain a player of the calibre of Eintracht's Ekitiki. And today, despite his team being a man down, has been a real driving force in the attack for Eintracht. That last surge, his best moment so far, maybe. One shot, 17 touches. Good pass completion too from Ekitiki. He was, as I say, the star of their round 1 win, handing 3 of their 4 goals in Braunschweig. Weigl. It's Kevin Sturger. Koch with a header clear. Sturger, first time pass, volleyed back in now to Joe Scally. Neuhaus to thread the needle, but Igor Larsson in the way of it. Joe Scally. Made by the head of Koch. Again here for Frankfurt. Back out to Scally again. Faced by Brown. Oh, Scally taken down, was he? No foul given. Play goes on here with Scally. Now the whistle is blown for a handball against Joe Scally. The handball as he, before the whistle had gone, had got his hands on it. Now Brown boxed in by Honora. On Weigl's reach. This though is Lukas Ulrich. To Marvin Friedrich for Itakura. Sturger. It's a great pass. Now Philip Zander. On trap off him and behind. Around the box, Kevin Sturger plays those wonderful little passes. This one into the to Philip Zander. So Sturger's corner here for Gladbach. In by Sturger, a deep one. Beyond everybody, really. So Collins on that to change made by Topmøller, defensive change. It's only his 3rd appearance of this season. His debut in the draw with Werder Bremen as a starter back in April in the Bundesliga, but a man of limited top-level first-team experience, Namdi Collins. We've given away here. It's Honora. Honora in, led by Gutze. Neuhaus there with Collins. Matanovic. Larsson. Tuta for Brown. Nathaniel Brown here goes on and on for Frankfurt. It's a super run too by the fullback. And a free kick won. They see Brown punching the air. Having won the free kick, his hard work has paid off here for Eintracht. Legs pumping. Got the free kick. I think he was maybe playing for here. Couldn't do much else but win the free kick in that position. As if he'd scored a goal almost. Little gains. This gain has earned a free kick for Eintracht as we near the final 5 first half minutes at Deutsche Bank Park. 0-0, but Eintracht a man light. Red card for Theate for the 2nd time in 4 days. In by Mario Gutze. Nicolas with a punch clear. Now the break, led by Honora. Neuhaus, Honora again. And the shot from long distance. And a player on the turf injured. It's, I think, is it Joe Scally who's down? It might be the American number 29 who's on the turf here for Gladbach. His own goalkeeper comes here and really cleans out Scally. In those situations, keepers come and take everything. friendly fire there in the Gladbach penalty area. We'll of course take care because head injuries always require every last precaution to be taken. Here as he comes, he I think got Scally on the way down, didn't he? So Scally back on his feet. Goalless first half. A night where, of course, there must be a winner, by whatever means. Quarter-finals last season, beaten by third-tier Saarbrücken Gladbach. Same team had put out a round earlier, Eintracht Frankfurt. Weigl. Scally back on. Ulrich. Little give and go here. And a corner one. He's done well so far, Ulrich. Really Fuller watching the national team's technical director. A young German to watch. Ulrich, who's had a very good first start so far. In the corner, Austria's Kevin Stöger. In by Stöger. Brown half clear. This is Philipp Zander. Neuhaus from range blocked. Larsson clear. Scally, the last man back here to give Nicholas. Where is the cup tie's first goal coming from? This is Itakura. Stöger. Neuhaus. Neuhaus still. Tuta. Larsson to help him out and get away and escape here for Frankfurt. It's helped on now to Nandi Collins. Collins, great work. Adventurous. Collins still going on here. Nandi Collins, what a run! Came on to be a defensive worker there on the front foot. With a super piece of play there, Nandi Collins. Never scored a senior goal. It was some run. Weigl. Neuhaus given away to Koch. Matanovic. Good position. Now Grutz are chasing though, the cover is Itakura. Neuhaus takes on Collins. Kleindienst. Through ball, well read. Now it's come to Stöger again. Stöger all action so far in the first half of Gladbach. Stöger for Honora. Honora. Kleindienst on the turn, on the half turn, back to Stöger. Philipp Zander. It's a good cross, but far too near in the end to Kevin Trapp's gloves. Ekitiki forward here, really. Header though will drop towards Matanovic. Ekitiki. So now for Skiri, thinks about it, clipped in for Ekitiki, flags up, and Nicholas makes the save anyway, wouldn't have counted that. We move into 2 additional minutes. End of a first half which you see Eintracht down to 10 players for all bar 15 minutes of it. 5,000 travelling Foles fans. Lukas Ulrich for Stöger. Sturger switch, a good one here now to Franck Honorat. Honorat, Joe Scally, Sturger given away. Skiri's break, the pass now to unleash Ekitiki, who takes on Friedrich. Ekitiki, it's a super run! Oh, what a goal! And with the 10 men, Ekitiki gives Eintracht Frankfurt the lead right on half-time. He was round one's difference maker in Braunschweig, handing 3 goals that night. And here, with Eintracht in adversity, a player light goes on and scores a goal, all his own work. Skiri's pass, he says, Ugo, go on, you do it, you make the difference, and he does. A goal dripping in quality from Ugo Ekitiki. A fast rising Frankfurt star with a go-ahead goal tonight. Terrific goal. Ekitiki, a player on the rise for Eintracht Frankfurt. A man light, no matter. They score the cup ties first goal, 1-0 Eintracht. So Ekitiki with the goal right on half-time, it appears. Now in the first half's very last seconds. Under by Cork. It's Zander shot blocked. Half-time. And the 10 players have the lead. Ugo Ekitiki right on half-time. After Theate's early red card had the home team on the back foot. Before the break on the front foot, Ekitiki's goal. Half-time score, Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Borussia Monchengladbach 0. So Ekitiki's goal, the half-time lead, a super breakaway goal. But can the 11 men in the second half find a way back in here, Gladbach? It's a cup tie in the balance, and that man advantage just has this one still really hard to call. At the break, the lead is Eintracht Frankfurt's 1-0 at the break at Deutsche Bank Park. And these are the stats from that first half. Gladbach so much of the ball, 6 shots to 7, but Eintracht 2 on target, one of which from Ekitiki late in the half is the difference, and that is why at the break the Eagles lead the Foals by 1-0. Well, the highlights from that first half. 2 big clubs in the second round here going toe-to-toe, and a red card 15 minutes in. Theate sent off on Sunday in the Bundesliga. 4 days later, the same punishment again. Handball there, and Dr. Matthias Uhlenbeck, a straight red card, and Theate was walking again. Next across from Honorat, and this Gladbach's best first half chance, Kleindienst with it, and the new German international striker unable to make this one count. Already 6 goals in his first Gladbach Bundesliga season. And this a Sturger giveaway, and this right on half-time, away came Skiri, a great pass, and the 10 men led by Ugo Ekitiki, and this a terrific way to get the cup ties, opening goal right on half-time. Ekitiki, the difference maker here for Eintracht Frankfurt. Now the pressure on the 11 men to find solutions in the second half. Ekitiki's goal, the difference at the break. Well taken as well. Indeed, take a bow. Eintracht, a first half emotional roller coaster. At the break here then, the home team lead, but Gladbach have an extra player. Ahead lies an intriguing second half. Join me, Dan O'Hagan, for that second half, coming up very shortly.
One competition, so many stories, dramatic moments, future superstars who took their first steps in the DFB-Pokal, and remarkable cup nights. The DFB-Pokal, simply special. This is why we love football. Back in 2003, Hoffenheim were still non-league minnows from a small village, but in the dressing room they had good reason to celebrate and knew how to party. The coach was the life and soul of it. Hansi Flick, future treble winner and German national team coach. This is where he kick-started a stellar career. In the round of 16 against Bayer Leverkusen, Hoffenheim were ready to shine and produced their finest hour to date, an exhilarating performance and 3-2 victory that left Leverkusen stunned. Hansi Flick and Hoffenheim celebrated an almighty cup shock in 2003. The 23rd of May 1992, a remarkable day and a final to remember in Berlin. Second tier Hannover 96 took on overwhelming favourites Borussia Monchengladbach. Goalless after 120 minutes, the final would be decided by a penalty shootout, where Jörg Sievers was the hero of the hour, saving 2 spot kicks at the Olympiastadion. For the first time ever in the DFB-Pokal, a second division side lifted the prestigious trophy. Befittingly, the celebrations started in the stadium, carried on into the dressing room, and continued the next day, together with 50,000 fans at the City Hall in Hanover. An outpouring of collective joy in Bochum, and Manuel Riemann was at the heart of it. After all, it was the extrovert keeper who got the party started at the Ruhrstadion. Just before the final whistle, the shot stopper was brought on specifically for the penalty shootout. He would prove the match winner, but not because of his saves.
Bochum one kick away from winning the tie. It all comes down to goalkeeper Manuel Riemann, and he scores the decisive penalty.
An incredible night in Bochum, a night only the DFB-Pokal can create. The dressing room in Ulm after a record-breaking afternoon. It was the first round of the 2001-2002 season. Bundesliga outfit Nürnberg travelled to 5th tier Ulm, and the 5,000 fans inside the Donau-Stadion witnessed a match that would enter the DFB-Pokal history books. Non-league Ulm were on an equal footing, 1-1 the score at half-time. But when Ulm legend Dragan Trikuja made it 2-1 from the spot, the celebrations knew no bounds. A side from the 5th tier had beaten one from the Bundesliga, a unique feat in the DFB-Pokal. If Germany internationals are walking to the game, it has to be the DFB-Pokal. Bastian Schweinsteiger helped out with the Bayern reserves in the first round in summer 2004. The visitors and clear favourites were Borussia Monchengladbach. But this was still Bayern, and Schweinsteiger and co had lofty ambitions. The opener from Jungwirth was cancelled out when Gladbach equalised in the 85th minute. The game went to penalties. Bayern coaching legend Hermann Gerland and Schweinsteiger, who'd been subbed off, could only look on in hope. It was a shootout full of tension and emotion, the excitement such that you could barely watch. After 18 penalties, the hero in Munich was keeper Michael Rensing. Bayern's under-23s had dumped Gladbach out of the competition. In the thick of it was Bastian Schweinsteiger, who 10 years later would lead Germany to World Cup glory. The showpiece event in 1973, to this day one of the most dramatic and storied DFB-Pokal finals ever. Borussia Monchengladbach against FC Köln. In the squad that day, but surprisingly only on the bench, was Gladbach's superstar Günther Netzer. He was leaving for Real Madrid at the end of the season. And the plan by Gladbach's illustrious coach Hennes Weisweiler seemed to be working. Herbert Wimmer made it 1-0 to the Folds. But the Billy Goats struck back before half-time. There were no more goals in the second half, but cometh extra time, cometh Netzer's legendary intervention. After a brief word with his teammates, Netzer decided to bring himself on as a sub, informing coach Weisweiler in the process. And he was centre of attention almost immediately. In the 3rd minute of extra time, Netzer scored the winner, achieving immortal status in his last game for Gladbach. The stadium was practically empty. After all, it was only Stuttgart's under-23 side. They were playing host to Eintracht Frankfurt though, and the 1,700 or so present would never ever forget what they witnessed. Stuttgart's second-string side, led by the excellent Alexander Hleb, later of Arsenal and Barcelona fame, didn't just win, they ripped the favourites from Frankfurt apart. It finished 6-1. Frankfurt's fans were so fed up, they'd switch sides by the end, ironically cheering for the underdog. The biggest ever victory by a third-tier side against a Bundesliga outfit. The Stadion an der Alten Fürsterei, a temple to football culture. Nowadays, the home of Union Berlin is an established Bundesliga stadium. In 2001, the team from the suburb of Köpenick were in the 3rd division, but the stadium could produce a magical atmosphere nonetheless. Second-tier Oberhausen, Fürth and Ulm had all been given short shrift. Then, Bochum of the Bundesliga were sent packing in the quarter-finals. And after a penalty shootout victory over Borussia Monchengladbach in the semis, there was no holding back in Eastern Berlin. Third-tier Union had reached the final of the DFB-Pokal, a miraculous achievement. At the Olympiastadion though, Schalke proved a bridge too far, winning the cup thanks to a 2-0 victory. But Union's devoted, football-mad fans still hailed their heroes. Football culture at its best. This is why we love football.
Welcome back. The team is back out for the second half at Deutsche Bank Park. A one-goal lead for 10-man Frankfurt. Ekitike's superb solo goal right on half-time, the difference. We shall see what 11-man Gladbach have in their locker to try to find a way back in here. Just one real Tim Kleindienst chance in that first half, a header he didn't really control. Any team with Ekitiki in it, no matter how many players they have on the field, is still going to be a threat. Here he is, the man who scores the difference. I'm your match commentator, Dan O'Hagan. You're welcome back with us to Deutsche Bank Park for the second half. This DFB-Pokal second round tie. And the home team will get the second half underway. No further changes made by either coach at the break in terms of substitutions, by the way. So as you were at the end of the first half. So can Eintracht hang on to what they have? That Ekitiki goal right on half-time is what splits the two teams here. On a night where there must be a winner. For now, the 10 men hold sway in this cup tie. Gladbach, the onus on them, of course, the extra man to find a way back into this. But it won't be easy. Eintracht will be stubborn. Here is Friedrich now to find Florian Neuhaus. Back to Julian Weigl. The league meeting, a 2-0 Frankfurt win only 39 days ago in the Bundesliga. Here is Weigl, Gladbach's captain tonight. Friedrich, Neuhaus. Itakura. Now Scally. The cross, a deep one here now. Lukas Ulrich with a chance. Oh, and deflected off Theate. And again the fullback here battling away with Skiri. Well, his first senior start. And Lukas Ulrich has been a good performer so far. Involved in the red card, of course, for Theate early on. And there that driven shot blocked by Theate. And away for Eintracht Frankfurt. There's the corner which came from it. Sturger's corner. Now from Gonora. Gonora. Kleindienst. Itakura's volley! Oh, magnificent from the Japanese! Gladbach level and in some style. Itakura, centre-back, with a finish any striker would be more than happy with. Eintracht's lead ripped away after barely 2 second-half minutes, and Itakura has hit this as sweet as you like. The technique outstanding, and the cup tie is level early in the second half. Itakura sees to that. What a way to make it 1-1. Well, two sumptuous goals so far tonight. Itakura to restore the game to parity. Super goal. The Japanese players second of the current campaign, first in the cup this season. That is a great way to start the second half for Gladbach. So the 10 men now have seen their lead quickly in the second half ripped away. In by Brown. Mario Götze. Nathaniel Brown. Here is Ekitiki. Ekitiki for Nandi Collins. Ekitiki there again. Weigl comes away. Now Honora, space to move into. Honora, it's Kevin Sturger. Stöger. Florian Neuhaus now for Gladbach. Neuhaus! Gladbach, you feel now, do have the bit between their teeth. Neuhaus here. His last goal was back in May, a penalty which he wasn't supposed to take. In the game with Werder Bremen, did not please the coach at all that he pulled rank and took that penalty. Okay, he scored it. Didn't earn him any brownie points at all with his coach Seoane. Matanovic has won the free kick here now for Eintracht. Well, the DFB-Pokal always seems to produce games which deliver drama. This one, no exception. The only red card for Theate, and against the numbers, Eintracht lead on half-time Ekitiki, but then in the second half's early minutes, Itakura's superb volley, and we're level. This is the Brazilian tutor, Namdi Collins. Collins just being tugged back there on the shoulder by Florian Neuhaus. Now Mario Götze. Hugo Larsson. Skiri for Collins. Robin Koch. Mario Götze. Ekitiki. Now the ball stolen. Well, here by Ulrich for Gladbach, for Kevin Stöger again. Lukas Ulrich. Ball dropped in here for the chasing Kleindienst. Brown covering. Covering well there for Eintracht Frankfurt. Larsson up to Götze. The game is at this point a fascinating watch, and a card coming as well here from the referee, Dr. Matthias Uhlenbeck, and a yellow is flashed by the official. Against Nathaniel Brown, was it? In his maiden Eintracht start. The young defender has his name taken. Itakura for Marvin Friedrich. Neuhaus. Lukas Ulrich. Stöger. Loves those little lofted chipped passes, doesn't he, Kevin Stöger? Itakura. Philip Zander, and Stale, Zander! And Trapp makes the save. Back in by Honora here for Lukas Ulrich. His lob has Trapp busy to tip it over the top. Well, since half-time here, Gladbach really are on the front foot. The Zander shot turned away. Then when the ball comes back in here to Lukas Ulrich, this chip was really clever and goal-bound, until Trapp tipped it over the top. Gladbach with a super second half display so far. And Trapp responds. Here comes the corner. Away by Matanovic. Neuhaus on the volley. Doesn't quite have what we saw from Itakura moments earlier. And this was the volley. Kleindienst with the setup, and Itakura, the technique there. From in essence a centre-back, who can play a midfield role, but a centre-back here producing a goal of this calibre. Itakura is one of Gladbach's better players. Another Japanese international with a super goal to make it 1-1. Now it's Ekitiki again! No, and he's gone close, but not close enough to make it 2-1. Talisman so far this season, Ekitiki. It's a great ball by Götze to play him in. Had the legs again on Friedrich, but not the finish this time. Sturger. Now Philip Sander. It's an open game now, end to end in the second half. The game has really come to life since half time. Neuhaus. Lukas Ulrich. Back now to Martin Friedrich. Neuhaus. Sturger for Neuhaus again here for Gladbach. The game's been a super watch so far. Here is Julian Weigl. Sturger. Ulrich with a cross. Theate with the clearance. Ball which Friedrich is under here. It's been won by Ekitiki. He would not take no for an answer there. Well, the coach with a jumper to match the card shown to Theate so early in the game tonight. Maybe a change, is it being prepared by Joada Seoane? Coach deep in thought. Since half-time, no doubt that Seoane's Folds have been the better team in the cup tie. There's Neuhaus. Joe Scally. Honora. Kevin Sturger. Scally. Honora's cross beyond Kevin Trapp. Comes Collins here now for Eintracht Frankfurt. And you really can't take your eyes off for even a second at the moment. It's end to end, it's absorbing, it's proper cup football. It's gripping stuff so far. Theate, pressured there by Kleindienst. Robin Koch. Götze, Larsson. Andy Collins. Collins, Elias Skiri. Skiri. Oh, it's Collins. Little give and go here. Offside against Andy Collins and play call back. A rather cheap free kick given away here by Eintracht, who are going to turn very soon to their goal-scoring machine this season. We're going to see Omar Marmoush very shortly. Hand in before tonight. 17 of 27 goals, 10 scored and 7 assisted. The Egyptian is not too far from coming on. Here is Julian Weigl. Itakura. It's Neuhaus. Now Weigl. Involving Scally again. Frank Honora. Sturger, little return ball here for Honora. Honora going on. Koch with the block. Back out to Sturger now. It's Kevin Sturger held up by Götze. Well, play call back. I think maybe a hand to just shove Götze away and maybe a shirt pull. Hence why the whistle's gone for a free kick for Eintracht Frankfurt. Ekitiki, that run in behind, a great ball to get him in. And this one across the face of Nicolas's goal and away. Collins. Weigl now for Lukas Ulrich. It's come onto Neuhaus here for Gladbach. Neuhaus, this is Philip Sander, will give away. It's Götze on the ball now for Eintracht Frankfurt for Theate. Mario Götze. Götze, a four-time cup winner. 2 at Bayern, 2 at Dortmund. Now Brown. Skiri. It's a fascinating game now, this. Mario Götze. In the centre, Matanovic an option. to see, as I say, Omar Marmoush very soon for Frankfurt. Collins goes outside of Ulrich here. Wants a free kick, Andy Collins. Yellow card for the rookie. Lukas Ulrich, his first Gladbach start, and that a yellow card for him for this foul on Andy Collins. A clear shirt pull. And with Luka Netz injured currently. The ex-Hertha man, of course, Netz. We're near the hour mark in this cup tie, which is tied at 1-1. The 10 men of Eintracht, a dead ball here, which Götze is on. Double change coming very soon for the Adler, the Eagles of Eintracht. Mario Götze on the free kick for Frankfurt. In by Götze and flicked away. Here's Larsson. Back to Collins. Skiri. Mario Götze, it's a good ball. It's Nathaniel Brown, who's coming off very shortly. Brown, well, he's won a corner. It might be his last action then. He's going to be taken off by Topmuller, Nathaniel Brown, but very soon indeed. But he's won a corner here. Did they make a change before or after this set piece? Eintracht's fans expect, even with 10 players, they have a corner. Another Mario Götze set piece for Eintracht Frankfurt. Nicolas spilled the ball. Here's Matanovic, but it's held by the goalkeeper the second attempt. Oh, it's Nicolas. Now Stöger comes away for the fallen elf. Eintracht Frankfurt now backing off. Stöger. Weigl. Itakura. The space found here by Kevin Stöger. Stöger's pass. Neuhaus in towards Kleindienst. Here's Honorat with a shot. Well, fizzed across there by Honorat. A cross shot, really. It's had trapped in goal for Eintracht here. Rather concerned at it. Sent back in with a real pace, an awkward bouncing ball there from Frank Honorat. It was a shot. So a double change. Niels Nkunku and Omar Marmoush coming on. Matanovic makes way for Marmoush. And Brown departs to make way for Nkunku. But this man Marmoush, red hot, barely does him justice. And in 17 goals in all competitions, 10 scored and 7 assisted as well. Scored the second goal in the league win over Gladbach here in late September. Ekitiki. Now Götze, robbed though here by Philipp Zander for Gladbach. Zander onto Honorat. The cross, it'll reach Kleindienst here. Couldn't find Stöger. Marmoush. And his first touch wins a free kick there. And a yellow card too for Julian Weigl. Which I guess shows how hard he is to stop, that his first action draws a yellow card for Gladbach's captain. So Weigl, his name taken. Foul on the effervescent Omar Marmoush. Tutor's free kick by Itakura. Lukas Ulrich for Gladbach. Kleindienst. It's come to Zander, but dispossessed by Götze. Ekitiki. player down, he got hit by the ball. It's is it Skiri who I think took a very painful one, maybe a very painful area. So 1-1. Dino Topmuller's 10 men in the cup tie still. Oh, there, the ball certainly hit Skiri in a delicate area. That's going to make your eyes sting. Fans of opposing clubs in healthy debates. In the game's a healthy battle as well out there. It's 1-1, but Gladbach an extra player to really make it count. Ekitike's goal for 1-0 before superb volley for 1-1 from Itakura. You'd say, I think, in numbers terms that Sewana's team hold the cards at the moment, but a cup tie which is in the balance at the moment deliciously. Robinkoff and Kunku. Marmoush offside here. Marmoush, in terms of league goals, 9 so far, has him tied with Harry Kane in the race for the Bundesliga Torjägerkanone. Here is Kevin Stöger for Gladbach. Lukas Ulrich. Clear, picked up here by Stöger. Now Skiri, all rather tight. Larsson helps him out. It's Dragoslav Stepanovic, former coach of this club, Eintracht Frankfurt, enjoying at the moment a gripping cup tie. Hawk with his goalkeeper Theate, who cleared under pressure there from Tim Kleindienst. Here's a full house, by the way, again tonight. 58,000 for a 6 p.m. midweek cup kickoff. That's German football for you. Scally. Oh, good. One for Marmoush. It's Itakura's header, which will drop to Marmoush here in a good position too for Frankfurt to push on. Marmoush. And before the game, Sewana said they could not afford to lose the ball in their own half against Frankfurt because of the movement of Omar Marmoush. And they almost did exactly what the coach warned them not to. Stöger. Zander's progress blocked and Kunku. Stöger's shot. That's wide. Waiting still for his first goal in Gladbach colours. He came in from Borkum on a free transfer. And again, that's Marmoush attack stopped by Itakura. But Stöger last season for Borkum was maybe the reason why they stayed in the top division. And in 16 goals in the regular season last campaign, Stöger for Borkum. Marmoush with Friedrich here, his clearance. Comes off Larsson, might drop towards Kleindienst here for Gladbach. Larsson. Now Collins will drive at Gladbach. It's Namdi Collins. Marmoush. Ekitiki, those magical feet from Ekitiki. He'll run towards Goetze here. Itakura comes across to just fend things off at the back for the Folds. Into the game's last quarter of 90 minutes. So Ulrich is going to come off on that yellow card. He'll be replaced by Stefan Leiner. Also coming on Robin Hack as well. Hack got 3 goals in last season's cup run. So Stefan Leiner on for Lukas Ulrich, whose first start's been really impressive. Neuhaus off for Robin Hack. So Neuhaus' first start since March. Did okay. Hack on. They hope to win the cup tie for them. 10 league goals, 3 cup goals last season for Robin Hack. Not scored this season as yet. An own goal from Leiner, by the way, on Friday in their league game at Mainz. Collins. Andy Collins for Mario Götze. Götze. It's run back in now to skeet across. And for Namdi Collins to drive on. It's Namdi Collins for Mario Götze. There's Marmoush. Fast feet. Explosive finish. It's what he does. In the form of his life, Omar Marmoush might just be once again the difference for Eintracht Frankfurt. Topmuller's 10 men have a second lead tonight, and Omar Marmoush sent on off the bench within minutes as Eintracht back in front in the cup tie. It was made here by Namdi Collins, who makes inroads, and Marmoush here, the feet are so fast, his brain is so sharp, and the finish is absolutely deadly. 11 club goals in all competitions. First cup goal this term for Marmoush. And Eintracht lead by 2 goals to 1, despite having 10 men since the game's 15th minute. Marmoush to make it 2-1 for Theate. Scally. Hack. Friedrich, Stefan Leiner, Honora, Leiner's deflected cross, here's Robin Hack, Joe Scally, cross is rather speculative, it's met by Nkunku. Well, Marmoush is just in one of those purple patches where everything he touches turns to goals. Again tonight, for the 10 men of Eintracht Frankfurt, they lead the cup tie again, 2-1. Well, a game wide open, lots of chances, lots of shots, and for all their possession, Gladbach trail, Eintracht lead. But this one not done yet, make no mistake about that. Sturger, Honora. And the cross for Kleindienst, they want a corner here. Only a goal kick after a long wait there by the referee's far side assistant. Made by Collins here, but Marmoush in those tight spaces. His skill, he was so fleet-of-footed, knew exactly what he wanted to do and had the skill to do exactly that. Tuta, misplaced ball for Namdi Collins. Here's Robin Hack for Gladbach. Sturger has won the free kick here, fouled by Tuta. And now the 10 men really have to organise and get their game heads on. In goes that set piece. Tuta is down here for Eintracht. Sturger's quick free kick. A clash of heads was it there with Tim Kleindienst. And that lucky red jumper may well be kept into the next round should they go through for Dino Topmüller. If they do, they've done this the hard way. 10 men. Theate's early red card for Eintracht. Ekitike's opening goal cancelled out by Itakura's wonderful volley, and then Marmoush sent on to be the match winner. For now, it's going to be that, but there's still, of course, a long way to go in the cup tie. But do not go anywhere. This game cannot be poised any better. Here is Marmoush. It's gone against Joe Scally, the decision by Dr. Matthias Uhlenbeck. So Ekitiki and Marmoush with the goals. A familiar Frankfurt story this season, those two. Marmoush on this. In by Marmoush. Now Skiri. Holds off Honora. And Skiri still. Here's Ekitiki. They want the fans to raise the noise levels here, to roar them home. Götze. Ekitiki. Didn't fall for Skiri. Here's Marmoush. Robin Koch. Tuta. Larsson. Andy Collins. Marmoush. You can see Marmoush as a player. His body language says that he's just full of confidence at the moment. He's come on leaps and bounces coming here from Wolfsburg ahead of last season, Marmoush. Always a good player, but just has gone up into a different stratosphere this season. Gladbach are going to make a double attacking change very soon. Alassane Player and Tomas Chavantura are going to come on. Player, very clever attacker. Chavantura, much more of an obvious target man. He has scored one dramatic late goal this season to beat Union Berlin in the Bundesliga a few weeks ago. Here's Ekitiki. Now it's Nielsen Kunku. Robin Koch. Götze. Ekitiki, almost too clever for his own good there, wasn't he, with that piece of skill. It's Weigl now, back to Moitz Nicolas. Here comes Scally for Gladbach, who chased the game with 10 players to find a way through here. It's Robin Hack. Hack for Scally. Scally with Collins. Ekitiki to take it in, but given away here. On to Kevin Sturger. Sturger, and Trapp has it. And the clock is racing of the 90 to play, only 13 more minutes plus stoppage time. Can the 10 men hang on and see this out, or can Gladbach find answers? A high one from Trapp towards Marmoush. So a double attacking change for Sewaner's Gladbach. Alassane Player and Tomas Chavantura are coming on. Zander and Honora, the two players who've been taken out of the game here. And Gerardo Sewana. All out attack as they look for a way back into this cup tie with that extra man, but not yet made the extra man really count, have they, Gladbach, at all? Larsson. Here is Marmoush. Back Kevin Trapp towards Ekitiki. That's Itakura's header clear. Weigl given away. Götze. Marmoush. Nothing given. Now Robin Hack on the ball for Gladbach. clock against Gladbach. It's Hack's pass. Back now to Marvin Friedrich here. Itakura. Hack into player. In by Joe Scally. And Alassane Player's shot, take a big deflection, which will require Trapp to hang on and prevent the corner. Well, the Foles fans look to cheer their team on to a way back into this for Seoana's team, but to lose to 10 men for so long in the game would, for Gladbach, raise big questions over their performance. Ekitiki being held there by Friedrich and foul by Friedrich. No card coming here too for the Gladbach defender for that manhandling of Ekitiki. There was much too hands-on with Ekitiki. He was cover, so never really a case for a potential red card here. So 10 to play at the 90. Friedrich gets the latest card from the referee, and there's going to be a free kick here for Frankfurt in a position which has some promise to it, at least when Marmoush is in town. Ekitiki left here for Marmoush, clipped in towards Ekitiki. Ekitiki, so hard to shake off the ball with that long stride of his. Marmoush, some cameo so far from him. Again, Eintracht's leading man tonight in his cameo from the bench. You can see his numbers so far. 1 goal, 1 shot, 12 touches. Whatever he does, it makes an impact. He's on the ball again now, Marmoush. Gladbach clear. Larsson. Collins now back to goalkeeper Trapp. The Swede Larsson. The space found by Nkunku here, in a good position for Eintracht Frankfurt. Niels Nkunku. Nkunku still carries on in the penalty area. There is Thomas Travantura. Alassane Player. Oh, Weigl. Away comes Scally now for Gladbach. What can Stöger produce? Stöger's pass for Stefan Leiner. And Kevin Stöger, lofted ball meant for Player. Now Itakura again for the Foles. 11 attack the 10 here with Robin Hack. Hack's cross in for Kleindienst, but just runs on into Trapp's arms here. Trapp here will slow the game down. Just passed for the club in 2 spells, the 350 game mark for Frankfurt, Kevin Trapp. Mario Götze. Marmoush with Leiner, away comes Stefan Leiner. Now Stöger. Player to move on. Joe Scally. Alassane Player. Can they find a way through here? It's Scally for Gladbach. Couldn't find Robin Hack. Ekitiki and Tuta away from danger. Gladbach come again. Itakura. Stefan Leiner. And the cross way overhit from the Austrian. Collins, who's down, maybe a hint of cramp. He hasn't played too much this season, today only his third appearance from the bench in the current campaign, and I think cramp has set in for Andy Collins, who had a big hand in the second goal for Frankfurt tonight. That was scored by Marmoush. And this was it. Collins made it, and Marmoush, with those lovely fast feet, with the goal to make it 2-1. New celebration too, the mask. Topmüller's team now with a 2-1 lead, with to play just over 5 minutes of normal time. For Gladbach right now, this one which got away. Playing 10 men for so long in the game. But Eintracht have made at the moment a mockery of the numbers. Coming on now, Nathan Ngumu replacing Joe Scally. Ngumu far more attacking, winger replacing fullback. After his own injury problems of late, Nathan Ngumu is at the moment the Bundesliga's third quickest player. Ngumu, from a Toulouse winger. So Collins, with his cramp now, we're seen to will come on for Frankfurt to resume. And here's Koch, with Collins back on now for Eintracht. And Kunku for Ekitiki. It's Ekitiki, but out comes Nicolas to meet him. Gladbach have to go all in, you have to throw everything into the attack to try to save this now. Knockout football demands it. Ngumu. On Ngumu's run. And the ball comes back off the winger and behind. Nothing more than a goal kick. So Eintracht 2, Gladbach 1. And the last touch was indeed off Nathan Ngumu. Can they make one chance to save this game in the next 4 or so minutes here, Gladbach? Otherwise, their cup run ends here. Marvin Friedrich. Stefan Leiner. Alassane Player. Kleindienst. It's Leiner. The cross in towards Hack. Back in there by Weigl. The brakes on here, led by Marmoush. Ekitiki with him. The deadly duo. Marmoush, on he goes. With him Skiri too. Here is Skiri to finish it off. Oh, Niklas saves Marmoush. Will he be denied? Yes, he will. He's still there, Marmoush. Now Skiri. Well, there was the chance to win the cup tie, surely for Frankfurt. And now Nkunku, and his shot too high. Well, if they don't win this, that is where they lost it. Marmoush for Skiri, good save by Moritz Nicolas. And then Marmoush couldn't get a shot away in the tight spaces for once. Alassane Player, the giveaway. Back here with Gladbach as the clock hits 88 minutes. Double change coming up for Frankfurt soon. We're going to see Aurel, Amenda and also Ansgar Knauf. Ngumu, Robin Hack, Ngumu shot! And here Ngumu firing way over the bar. He does lack end product for all his superb skill and acceleration. So Ekitiki off for Ansgar Knauf is the first change here for Eintracht. The centre-back being prepared as well here in Aurel Amenda. And the Swiss will come on to replace Goetze just to really shore things up, and they hope to see this one out. So Amenda on for Goetze, Ekitiki off for Knauf. Eintracht's changes with the express purpose here to make sure this one stays their cup tie and 2-1, and they make the last 16. Way back Kevin Trapp. There's Marmoush, headed by Nandi Collins. Friedrich, now for Leiner. We hear they'll be beyond 90. At least 5 more to play of added time. There is the board to tell us that. Sturger for Ngumu. Ngumu for Gladbach. And Trapp there. The loud shout to let Tuta know where he was. Seoane and Gladbach will look back on this and wonder how, with an extra player for so much of this cup tie, they could well have lost it. Way back Kevin Trapp here for Eintracht Frankfurt. And Gumu, stopped there by the superb Nandi Collins, who has come of age tonight, you feel, as a top division, top level footballer. Sturger for Stefan Leiner. Leiner for player. We've had one of the 5 minutes of added time. Weigl for Gladbach. On to player. Player's cross, overhit. Only goal kick. Gladbach's last cup win, 1995. That skewy chance, went for the chip over Nicolas, which is maybe the wrong decision, and then Weigl's block to keep his team in the game. It's his final marks 30 years since Gladbach's last success in the competition. It appears their road to this year's final ends tonight in Frankfurt, unless there is a late saviour. Skiri, Larsson, player, almost robbed there by Knauf. Has some space to go into for Leiner for Gladbach, Stefan Leiner for Marvin Friedrich. Leiner again. To play only 3 more minutes of stoppage time. Ngumu for Robin Hack. Ngumu, it's a promising cross. Trapp has come to meet it in that crowd scene. It's only a goal kick to Gladbach's frustration and disappointment. Eintracht edging here, minute by minute, second by second, closer towards unlikely passage into the last 16. After Theate's red card so early in the game appeared to be a spanner in the works, but goodness me, how they have battled with the 10 players. And with their leading men, that front pair, Ekitiki and Marmoush, Gladbach in danger of being put out by 10 players. Yellow card to Chavanchura in that melee for Gladbach. This break will add more time on to added time, so we'll play maybe till +6 now, we shall see. It's still Frankfurt 2-1 up, away by Kevin Trapp here for Eintracht Frankfurt. Friedrich. Met there by Tuta. Ngumu for Robin Hack. Given away. Skiri. Nandi Collins. Collins, Marmoush gets clear. Marmoush for Frankfurt. And still, Marmoush held up short. Marmoush drilled across. And the chance has gone. And Kunku. Back to track, time now is almost up for Gladbach. They may get one more chance and that's it. Itakura. Julian Weigl. Alassane Player. Deflection. Corner. It all boils down to this corner for Gladbach to try to save the game and stay in the DFB-Pokal. The clock hits 5 minutes. Jana running on vapours in Frankfurt. They urge the goalkeeper up here, I think, Nicolas. Sturger's corner. In by Sturger. The header has dropped wide of the target, behind for a goal kick, and that might be that. Header drops away and behind. We are beyond the shown 5 additional minutes. This now added time upon added time. Yellow card for time wasting here from the referee. The clock hits 6 added minutes. Towards Marmoush. Sturger. Itakura. Gladbach still going here. Still believing. Marmoush. Marmoush has Knauf with him. Marmoush for Ansgar Knauf. There's Skiri. It's back here with Marmoush! And turned away by Nicolas in the game's dying embers for a corner. The full-time whistle against the odds and the numbers. 10-man Frankfurt are in the last 16. And yet again this season, Marmoush is the hero, the man with gold in those boots. This season, whatever Marmoush touches turns to goals. And his goal off the bench tonight, the one which sends Top Muller's Eintracht Frankfurt through to the last 16. With 10 men for so long, Theate's early yellow card did not derail the Eagles, and they are through. Final score here: Eintracht Frankfurt 2, Borussia Monchengladbach 1. Marmoush off the bench to settle the game. In between times, a super volley from Itakura to make it 1-1 for Gladbach, but the lucky red jumper for Dino Topmuller as Eintracht march on. And these the full-time scenes, the celebration, the full-time whistle, a job well done in adversity by Eintracht Frankfurt. They jump for joy and celebrate a famous win despite that red card for Theate. Kleindienst and Gladbach bow out at the round 2 stage this season. But this again, they'll feel, having had the extra man for so long, is one they could and should have gone through and won. But when Ekitiki and Marmoush are in a team, even with 10 players, there is always a chance, always a way. They'll find a way, and tonight they did that. Ekitiki and Marmoush the goal scorers. And the celebrations start. We'll hear the Inquisition. Gladbach's 5,000 travelling fans will want to know why this one got away from them, having had the extra man for so long in that cup tie. Never really seemed able to press home the advantage, did they? And Eintracht win the game by 2-1. Well, they're Attila, the mascot, the Eagle. And the Eagles flying on into the last 16 against the odds. They must have feared the worst with that red card for Theate so early in the game. His second red card in the space of only 4 days, don't forget. But Gladbach will think this was one which got away. It'll be next year 30 years since Gladbach last won the DFB-Pokal, and that wait will not be ended this season. Well, Itakura's goal was in itself a thing of beauty. After Ekitiki got the opener, and who else but Marmoush would be decisive? The Egyptian's 11th club goal this season, the one which sends Eintracht Frankfurt through at Gladbach's expense. Well, a gripping and absorbing cup tie in which Eintracht Frankfurt, with that front pair, Ekitiki and Marmoush, found a way to win it when it all seemed to have gone away with that early red card for Theate. So joyous Eintracht celebrations at full time. For Gladbach now the Inquisition can really start. Beaten here by 2-1. On the closing facts and figures from the game, Eintracht less of the ball. They had a man down for so long tonight. It still found a way, but when a team has in it Ekitiki and Marmoush, they always have a chance. And tonight they took their chances and they go through by 2-1. So Eintracht take the victory lap of their stadium. And this one they really had to work for tonight. Well, the highlights from tonight's game: Ekitiki right on half-time, this breakaway goal for the 10 men of Eintracht. Theate had been sent off early on for a handball to deny a goal-scoring chance for Gladbach, who responded here, a header for Itakura to volley in to make it 1-1 early in the second half. But from this point, Gladbach did not build on Itakura's goal, and their bright start was to ebb away from that point onwards. Traps clearance, Ekitiki's takedown here, and then the ball up to Goetze to release Ekitiki, got in behind Friedrich here, but this finish from him was not as good as the first half one, which made it 1-0. Ekitiki always a constant menace on the breakaway for Eintracht. But they brought on Marmoush, and within minutes had done this in the box. Lovely close control and footwork, and the finish was outstanding too. This for Marmoush, his 11th club goal of the season. The Egyptian is red hot in the form of his life, and this another decisive blow struck by a player at the peak of his powers. And Marmoush had a great breakaway late on. He had Ekitiki and Skiri with him, but Skiri was the option. And the finish denied by Nicolas, but then Weigl at Marmoush's feet, and the chance was gone. Good save, Nicolas. Marmoush well denied by Julian Weigl. Well, full-time and joy celebrations for 10-man Frankfurt. Once again, Marmoush their hero, and they progress into the last 16. Well, Frankfurt's players take the plaudits of their support after a job well done in the game here with 10 players. And Dino Topmüller's men march on despite the early setback. And the heroes again, their lethal front pair, Ugo Ekitiki and Omar Marmoush, as the Adler fly into the round of 16. Well, Frankfurt's a good start this season now on 3 fronts, of course. Bundesliga, Europa League going well, and also now into the Cup, 3rd round, the last 16. And with Marmoush in the form he is, you do wonder where Frankfurt's season will end with the Egyptian playing the way he is. Again tonight decisive, a match-winning goal off the bench to send Frankfurt through into the DFB-Pokal's last 16 of the competition after Ekitiki had got the first goal. So Frankfurt with a super season's work so far for Dino Topmüller. And this a night they'll remember for a long time, given how they had to win the game, which began so bad. A real Frankfurt positive. Match winner Marmoush at Gladbach's expense as the Adler go through to the next round of the competition. The fans celebrate a famous win, a battling win. Marmoush the hero, Frankfurt through. For myself, Dan O'Hagan, it's goodbye from Deutsche Bank Park.